Have you ever fallen for someone and even after how many years, you still can't forget them? Even if you get into a new relationship, that person is still in your mind. While you were with someone new, you unexpectedly run into that person again. Feels like your heart is about to explode. I initially thought that was the premise of the movie, It Ends With Us. But it turns out it has more depth and maturity than I initially thought. And guess what? There's a twist. Hey guys, my name is Michael and I love movies. And welcome to my channel. Story time. I was pretty surprised when I walked into the cinema and saw a crowd of women. I didn't realize that AMC was hosting a girls' night out event on a Wednesday night for the movie It Ends With Us. No wonder the place is buzzing. But here's the kicker. When the credits rolled, the ladies and women behind me erupted with applause and cheers. Does that mean that book fans are loving it? Is this now a certified Colleen Hoover approved? As someone who hasn't read the book but enjoyed all kinds of movie, I kinda enjoyed the movie. If you're hunting for a cheesy rom-com, then you might not find it here because it's more catered for matured storytelling. In every romantic movie I watch, the way two people meet often sets the tone for the entire film. You can usually tell if there's a genuine chemistry between the two actors or if it feels too forced for your taste. So how did our main characters meet? After the emotional roller coaster of her estranged father's funeral, Lily Bloom, played by the lovely Blake Lively, went to a rooftop to admire the gorgeous Boston view. Out of nowhere, a handsome man bursts onto the scene, throwing chairs in a moment of anger. Red flag. Rather than being scared of his outburst, Lily is mesmerized by his charm and radiant smile. I don't blame you, Lily. My man here is so fine. Look at this man with full lips. Yeah, every time he gets a closer shot, I notice his lips. Like, lips that have a gap in between. I don't know how you call them, but it's more comparable to Angelina Jolie's lips. He's like a male version. And of course, let's not forget about the guns. Jesus, man, he's one of those guys you see on Men's Magazine with all those muscles. On top of it all, he's a neurosurgeon? That's perfect. By the way, the actor's name is Justine Baldoni, who also happens to be the movie's director. But does this really happen in real life wherein two attractive people just meet randomly in a rooftop? In hindsight, maybe, because attractive people usually tends to attract other gorgeous people. On the other hand, let's not forget Blake Lively. She's a gem with a timeless beauty. I admire Blake's personality, much like Ryan Reynolds. They're like a power couple. They seem nice and genuine. The way she laughs and giggles while flirting with him looks natural, and I can easily picture them with Ryan Reynolds laughing with his jokes. It would be so much fun having them as parents. There was a line in that initial meetup within the two characters that really caught me off guard. While they were flirting and bantering, our guy, Justine Baldoni, said, "Can I have sex with you?" But it was too outlandish that I do have a feeling that it would happen in real life, especially in the bar scenes. Lily then opens a flower shop of her dreams. She recruited a helper to assist her, who eventually becomes her best friend. And it turns out that helper's brother is the same guy she met on the rooftop. Kinda cliche. And of course, they started dating. There were lines in the movie that were kinda cheesy, but because they were good actors, it actually worked. For example, Lily's mom is visiting Boston, so our guy asked her if he could meet her. Lily was hesitant, but Ryle was pushy, and he said, "I want to meet the mother of the woman that I love." That was cheesy and it sounded like a pickup line. The early parts of the story shows Lily and Ryle's relationship, while also flashing back to when teenage Lily first fell in love with a schoolmate named Atlas. Now, back to the restaurant scene, which I consider the climax of the movie, when Ryle meets Lily's mom at the restaurant, we also see Atlas, Lily's childhood sweetheart. He was the waiter / owner of the restaurant. That scene is brilliantly acted by our actors with intense, subtle movements. You can see how Blake Lively tries to hide her feelings, but her eyes is showing that he really missed that guy. Similarly, Brandon Sklenar, who plays Atlas, pretends not to be affected by seeing the love of his life in the arms of someone else. Now guess what's the twist of the story? During the relationship between Ryle and Lily, we see some small tidbits of some accidents that don't appear to be intentional. One instance is when Ryle attempts to remove a burning dish from an oven with his bare hands. Lily rushes to stop him. He burns himself badly, but in commotion, Lily gets a hit in the eye hard. He apologizes and then she covers it with makeup. Several months after that, Ryle is jealous of Atlas and storms out of the apartment. Lily tries to stop him and she accidentally falls down the staircase. When the movie was hinting viewers that she was abused, my initial reaction was, how come? That was an accident. Why would she feel that? But I was wrong. The writing was so clever that sometimes when you love someone and they hurt you physically, you kind of brush it away and treat it like as an accident. It eventually showed what really happened during those accidents, which was not really an accident. Blake Lively is effective. There was a dark scene between her and Ryle, and it showed how terrified she was. It Ends With Us takes the stance that abuse in a relationship is unacceptable, but it also sympathizes with the victims who are unable, for one reason or another, to leave their abusers. I like that nobody in the movie was painted as a monster. I forgot to mention that Lily's best friend, who is Ryle's sister, is brilliant. She said that as Ryle's sister, she hoped Lily would forgive him, but as a best friend, she would not speak to Lily if she would take him back. That was striking, and that's what best friends are for. All in all, It Ends With Us is a good and decent movie. It's relevant and timely. The actors were great and effective, so I give this movie 7 out of 10. I'm curious, for those who have read the book, did the movie meet your expectations or was it a downgrade? I heard there's a continuation of the book. Is it any good? Let me know your thoughts and please consider subscribing. And as always, thank you for watching.